Henry?
Hi,
Richard Trethewey, nice to meet you.
I'm so glad you're here.
Richard Trethewey first rose to fame in 1979 by appearing alongside his father Ron and Uncle John in the world-famous home improvement TV series entitled This Old House, often referred to as TOH, and then in its spin-offs Inside This Old House and Ask This Old House. In early 2023, he's the very face of the franchise, having partaken in as many as 960 episodes to date, alongside the second longest recurring crew member, Norm Abram, with 945 episodes. The media brand This Old House provides home improvement content through a variety of channels, such as television shows, a magazine, and a website. The company is based in Stamford, Connecticut, and the TV series is shown on Public Broadcasting Service, PBS in the U.S., documenting the progress of remodeling projects undertaken by homeowners over a series of weekly episodes, in which Trethewey and the rest of the crew are instrumental. This Old House was originally created by the Boston-based PBS station WGBH-TV and produced by them from its inception in 1979 until 2001. Time Inc. then acquired the television assets and formed a new entity called the Old House Ventures. WGBH continued to distribute episodes to PBS until 2019, but from the first episode of season 41, the responsibility of distribution was passed to WETA-TV. Warner Brothers Domestic Television is in charge of distributing the series to commercial TV stations through broadcast syndication. This Old House magazine was launched in 1995 by Time Inc. and is centered on offering helpful tips and advice for home improvement, renovation, and decoration, which helped the franchise expand onto another medium and subsequently attract a greater audience. In 2016, Time Inc. sold the franchise to an executive named Eric Thorkelson and a private equity firm, TZP Growth Partners, but retained a unique partnership contract with its former owner. This Old House Ventures was ultimately acquired by Roku, a popular streaming service, on 19 March 2021. The series has gained a reputation as a reliable and informative resource for homeowners looking to enhance their homes. And owing to its comprehensive coverage of home improvement topics and advice from experts, the brand has now been providing quality content to homeowners for over 4 decades. The television series is particularly popular due to its engaging format, which documents the entirety of the remodeling process, with educated opinions of home improvement veterans such as Trethewey. This meter provides viewers with inspiration and ideas for their own home projects, as well as knowledge crucial to undertaking one's own home improvement projects. Additionally, the magazine offers a more in-depth look at the topics covered in the show, with detailed how-to guides and expert analysis. This Old House has pioneered the home improvement genre, with a staggering 20 Primetime Emmy Awards under its belt. It has helped build an unmatched reputation in its field over more than 4 decades as a trusted and respected brand that provides high-quality content to homeowners through various media. With its long history and reputation for excellence, it's no surprise that the company has been able to maintain its popularity over the years, and that it continues to be a go-to resource for homeowners looking to get that extra bang for their buck when giving their residents a makeover. Richard, of course, is the man most people think of when the franchise is brought up. Growing up with a versatile handyman to look up to, Richard pretty much had his future cut out for him from the get-go. All he had to do was reach out and grab it. Naturally, he took great interest in carpentry and other types of handiwork that made his father's day-to-day obligations, learning the ropes of home improvement before his peers even understood what those words meant. Richard Trethewey was born in 1956 in Dedham, Massachusetts, USA, and after his education, joined his father and uncle's plumbing company, Trethewey Brothers. He eventually became registered as a master plumber in his state, following a string of successes over the years in his father's employ. The brothers were eventually invited to lend their expertise to the production of This Old House, at the time just a peculiar young TV series that held some promise. As the show skyrocketed to international fame, Richard appeared to have found his true calling, choosing to remain with the crew and build his career on television. Richard was interviewed about the extensive history of his family in the plumbing business, and fans were elated to learn just how embedded this profession is in his bloodline. Talking about the company, he revealed that he's a 4th-generation plumber, explaining that it was started in 1902 by my great-grandfather and his brother, hence Trethewey brothers. The great-grandson wasn't going to fall far from the tree either, which was evident from a very early age. He revealed that back in the 3rd grade, when the teacher asked us to draw what we wanted to be when we grew up, I drew myself as a plumber. Remarking at how the drawing depicts him with an unrealistic height, he said, "Clearly, I thought I was going to be much taller." His father fully supported this career choice, allowing young Richard to accompany him to work and learn the craft early on. Specifically, Richard explained, "Every summer from when I was like 11, maybe 12, I would go with my dad to work and sweep up or cut pipe. This was always a part of my life." As for the TV series that cemented his name in the industry, he said that it came about so serendipitously. We had the established plumbing and heating company in Boston, and we got a phone call from Public Television Boston. The woman on the phone asked for Trethewey brothers to partake in their brand new TV show, but with the caveat that we have no money, we're public television, so you'd have to work for nothing. This didn't seem to bother Trethewey Sr., however, with Richard saying that, "My dad got online and goes, 'You know what? It sounds great. Yeah, we'd love to.' He hangs up and I say, 'Why'd you say yes to that?' His father's reasoning was that because they were having a good year, it's not like the business would go down the drain if they tried out something new. The only issue with the plan was that Ron couldn't help feeling uncomfortable in front of the camera. So that thought of being filmed every day gave him anxiety that rendered his nights sleepless. It was soon decided that Richard should be the face of the company instead, which turned out to fit him like a glove. There's nothing really magic about looking at a building, figuring out what to put in there, fitting in it to the building, getting it to go in there perfectly," he said, explaining what it's really all about for him. The main pleasure for Richard is that you know that these people will be comfortable in every season, night and day, 24/7, 365, because you did the right thing for that building. So that juices me. His sons Evan and Ross also followed these footsteps, which he mentioned as well, saying, "And I think that's what triggered both my boys to get into the game, because it's an industry where there's always going to be new stuff coming." He also gave away a public secret, which apparently not many fans were aware of, as his name is generally only associated with home renovation. He said, "I don't know if people know that I'm also a long-distance sailor. I've sailed a race to Bermuda about 6 or 8 times, which is 600 miles, close to 1,000 kilometers, straight out to sea." Understandably, Richard enjoys sailing because it has a similar concept to what he does for a living, which he explained as an unbelievable engineering challenge, which I love. You got to make sure every system keeps working. It sort of changes my view. It raises my horizon a little bit. Finally, what this plumbing legend enjoys more than anything is spending time with his extensive family. He said, "For me, the next joy in my life is grandchildren, because it connects me right back to my father." Richard also has a rather active Twitter account, on which he posts all kinds of helpful advice, and even uses the platform to promote various nonprofit undertakings that strive to improve the living standards of those less fortunate. For example, he retweeted a post from the This Old House official Twitter page, which promotes the rehousing of former U.S. soldiers who find themselves in financial trouble. Called Home for Our Troops, it operates all over the country, being one of the most successful veteran aid programs active today. The post read, "To our veterans, we thank you for your service and for your sacrifice. But words are never enough. Home for Our Troops rebuilds the lives of injured vets. On this #Veterans Day, learn more. hfotusa.org. Richard also takes time to show gratitude towards those he spends time working with, and often retweets praise for his co-workers. One such post reads, "Simply the best, always bringing great attitude with aptitude," which is a retweet of Kevin O'Connor's post about Charlie Silva, one of their beloved colleagues. Kevin stated, "As we wrap another #TOH project, let's take a moment to recognize this guy, at Charlie Silva TOH. He has done so much more than just keep this project going. He has kept another handful of projects going, and most importantly, he's keeping the Silva brothers' legacy alive. Thanks, Charlie. Some of the most popular articles related to home improvement on the entire web are either directly inspired by Richard or they contain his advice verbatim. Such is the case with this BuzzFeed article entitled 19 Helpful Tips and Tricks from the Experts at This Old House That Will Blow Your Mind, in which Richard is mentioned as a TOH legend. On 26 April 2022, it was revealed by Roku that the series would be receiving its to-date most prestigious prize, the Lifetime Achievement Award by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. Up until that point, it had accumulated 117 Emmy Award nominations, of which they'd won 20. Richard Trethewey is only one of the few honorary cast and crew members who got to receive this truly rare honor, including his sons. The Tretheweys of 2023 take their success to even higher levels than those before, with RST Thermal operating at full force. This company was formed by Richard himself after he left Trethewey Brothers in 1990. The presidency has since been passed on to his son Evan, while the legend himself is the vice president. Today, they operate in the New England area encompassing Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Eastern Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, providing technical and sales support to various manufacturers of heating and cooling products. Richard himself remains fully committed to This Old House even after almost 45 years. The show's audience has literally never stopped growing, and in 2023, Richard's fan base rivals that of some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.